Scrimmage.
BBC Radio Norfolk.
We challenged the listeners to come up with a country music 11, didn't we? And we struggled to come up with them. After we finished the programme last week, I thought of Glenn Rodeo as the manager.
Good one, yeah.
But has he made the team? Let's find out.
A couple from Victoria Curry here. She's gone for the Bellamy Brothers.
Oh, straightforward.
Absolutely, straight in there. And Kenny Rogers McLean, but we won't. Let's move on quickly.
Yeah.
Next one from Graham Bessie. There's a couple from him. You've got Garth Gary Brooke.
Yes.
Or Brooks, whichever you want. But I think Garth Gary Brooke works better. Brian George Hamilton. George Hamilton, of course, legend. And great one from Darren Gascoigne, Billy Ray Gilmore.
Billy Ray Gilmore.
That's a good one. That is a good one. This is from Dave Walton.
Yeah, if you can make this work, I'll be impressed.
It's Jean Yeehaw de Blassy.
Does that work?
Well, because I think Eve spelled with a Y, isn't it?
Yeah.
So Yeehaw.
John Yeehaw de Blassy.
UK.
There you go. Brilliant. So we just recorded this week's edition of The Scrimmage. It's our Norwich City fanzine show that goes out on a Thursday. But because I present the breakfast show the rest of the week and Rob's on in the evening, we have to meet up during the day and at the one point where we're both awake and record it. And that goes out on the radio at 6 o'clock. But a lot of people listen to it on the podcast as well. And it's a good opportunity to not just talk about Norwich's next game and Norwich's last game, but about the culture around football as well and the things that have really got the fans talking.
We absolutely love it, yeah. I have to bring him a coffee in because he's very tired by the time I get in. But yeah, we get it recorded, we put it out on a Thursday night. There's a podcast available as well. And then it's sort of all eyes are on Carrow Road. We head up to Carrow Road on Saturday, ready for the game. Phil's back here doing his little bit to build up for the show. And we've got Kings Lynn coverage. And then round about, 5 o'clock, we're on air and ready for this big game against Man City, Chris. How do you think it's going to go?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot to do between... So it's Thursday now, but there's a lot will happen between now and the game on Saturday because I've got commentary prep to do, so I'll spend a good 2 or 3 hours going through all the latest facts and figures and the stats of the goals from each team. Then, of course, tomorrow we've got Dean Smith's press conference. That's always a big moment in our match prep, isn't it? Dean Smith will talk to the media and give us the latest on the injuries and all of that, and that will help us in our preparation for the game on Saturday. And because it's a 5:30 kickoff, our programme on Saturday is usually 2 till 6, but a 5:30 kickoff, they just extend the time we're on the air. So we still go on the air at 2. It means we can do 2 commentaries because we focus on Kings Lynn, first of all, in the afternoon. And then, as Rob was saying, from 5, we switch our attentions to Carrow Road and it's Canaries all the way.
Yeah, and just on the 2 games, obviously, Liverpool we'll talk about next week, but they are, most people would say, impossible tasks. You're going to believe that you can do it, and I guess it's important for fans to realise if you don't get positive results in the next 2, it's not all over. These aren't the games that Norwich are expected to win or even draw.
No, they're not the games that would define our season, but they are games that we go into with renewed confidence and ones that we feel we can pull off a shocking.
Brilliant, that'll do us. Thank you very much, Dean. Good luck.
Cheers, Rob. Thank you.
Thanks, Rob.
How are we doing? You okay?
Good.
Hi, mate. You all right? How's it going?
Oh, yeah, no, not easy.
Hi, mate. Hi, yeah, you okay?
And you look that noise because right.
It's going to be tough, but we've got to push it.
puhuttu, että me ollaan sarjataulukossa, missä ollaan, niin joka pelistä pitää lähteä hakemaan pisteitä. No niin, kyllä tuossa sosiaalisessa mediassa tuli klippejä vastaan sitten.
Hello, Patrick. How are you? You well?
Very well, thank you.
I'm on the clock.
No thermal.
To analyse Man City, because if you're a footballer in the UK and you don't know what Man City can do, then you're a fool. So the players knew. He said whichever team that was put out there was going to be a good team. Cheers. Thanks very much.
It was a good interview, to be fair.
That was just for you.
Yeah. Well, I suppose
It's obviously not the it's usually the NBC.
yeah. Well, it's too late for America. Further full.
I'll pass that up.
Yeah.
Can you get it?
Yeah. We've got 3 of everything in case we forget anything, and we have had to lend stuff to other BBC colleagues and colleagues from other radio stations, and we're still waiting for that back. From
So this is the crucial bit over here. We've got 2 lights on here. One's red and one's green, and once they're lit up, we know we can broadcast because that means that we've got connection. So now we've got to plug in all the headphones and microphones, and we can chat to Phil, who's already on air. He's been on air for the last hour and a half. We can chat to him back at the forum.
Boom.
Chris Gorham's going to be calling the shots on this one as ever, and is already in position. Afternoon, Chris.
Hello, Phil. Yeah, it's the calm before the storm here at Carrow Road. We're looking out over the pitch. I can see the Norwich City players just emerging from their team meeting. Just seen Ben Gibson on the pitch. I think it's Timo Pukki in the distance doing a few of the contractual obligation pre-match interviews with the TV companies over there. The stage beginning to be set. A few fans are in, those that are allowed in early, to put out the flags. And a bit of a difference today because we've seen the usual gang who put the flags out in the Barclay end, but the flags at that end of the ground are sparse at the moment. Actually, if you sit in the stadium opposite the Barclay, the end of the ground that's now the Regency security stand that most Norwich fans know is the River End still, that there are flags in the bottom tier on that side of the ground today. So the flags all round. I think that the Norwich City fans are trying to do their bit just to try and give whatever little percentage advantage they can to boost their team before what is the first of 2 very, very difficult looking games in a row.
we can tonight, because we're only on till 8 o'clock. 0800 3897 321 is the number. A little bit more positivity from you, John, next. I do agree with you. It was Man City after all, so perhaps Norwich fans can't moan too much tonight, John.
I think the guys can, and again, Angus Gunn had another, the score didn't flatter him really. I thought he had a brilliant game, and, we can take positives, but I think
they'll be the ones, again, that we spoke about, that siege mentality. We're coming out here, everybody's against us. We've got a chance to do something, we're in good form, but they've come up against, as you said, one of the best teams in the world, and to limit them for 90 minutes is such a big ask. Norwich City weren't capable of doing it. Some of the best teams in the world in Europe haven't been able to do it, and they could have had more. Let's be honest, Manchester City could have had more. They've hit the post, they've had other chances. Angus Gunn's made some great saves, and I know what you're saying, that getting close to people, but when you're under pressure for periods of game as they are, it's so difficult.
Just say quickly thanks to Simon and Cootie, thanks to Phil of course as well, and Chris Gorham and Nick Bowler, who did us a Kings Lynn Town commentary earlier as well. That's your Canary Call. Don't forget, we've got a big week coming up, another Lynn game in midweek, and of course we'll have the scrimmage and the Thursday Sports Social on Thursday, and then on Saturday we're back, as I say, out of the frying pan into the fire. It's Anfield is where Norwich City will be in the Premier League, and a very, very tough game at Liverpool. But from everyone here at Carrow Road, after a 4-0 defeat at home to Manchester City, it's good night, and we'll see you again next week.